So this is just a very quick tutorial, very quick indeed, about how to convert your Midi channels into audio. I find this particularly useful because I like to have all my drums on my tracks in separate tracks or separate channels, because if you have them as audio files rather than Midi, then you can add effects on them like reverb and things like that, which is very useful, especially in reggae and sort of dub tracks. So let's get straight to it. So basically what you have to do is, you see I've got a MIDI track here, which is a hi-hat in this case. Apologies, the footage is not great, but it's a MIDI hi-hat there. So you can hear that it's sort of tapping away, like a basic pattern. Right, so in order to put that hi-hat into audio so that I can actually play around with it and mix it and add effects, then all you do is you have to make sure that you solo the track. So, because you might have a lot of tracks all up if you're building a tune. I've only got one here, but you could have multiple tracks usually. So make sure that this solo button here, this is Cubase Le4 I'm using here. So make sure that solo track is there, it's clicked and it's red, because that will only send this track to audio. And what you do now is you go to File, which is up here, so at the top here, so you go to File, and then you go down and you go to Export. Okay. So if we go to Export, then you see another menu opens up, which is Audio Mixdown, and that's the one you want. So click Audio Mixdown, and then we're just going to need to label this. So I'm going to change this to, I'm going to call it, let's just keep it simple, hi hat. Okay, so and then all you do is you make sure you're saving it in the right folder. So I'm saving this one here in a folder called House Music, but you could make a dedicated folder to save the track in, but that's just for the sake of time. So you click Save. So that's saved that now. Now you're probably thinking, well, how do you put that audio file into your track or into your tune here? How do you add it? Well, what you do is you go back to File again at the top, and you go to Import. So we're going to import that file into the track, and you see, because we labelled it, we can see that it's labelled here as hi-hat. So you click hi-hat, then you click Open down here, and then the little menu will appear, and you just click OK to that. So now our hi-hat is here, so we can put that here, and you'll see that if we solo that alone, then that is it's playing exactly the same thing as it did as a MIDI track. Right? So basically what we've done there is we've successfully converted that into an audio track instead of it just being MIDI alone. And now that gives us options, because if we click in here we can add effects and things like that on it. So you can hear it's going into reverb now and so on. So I hope that's useful to you, and that's how you basically convert MIDI to audio.